Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another episode of Real Talk Atlanta. We are your hosts, Neika W.
River the Realtor.
I'm Ashley LeRae.
And Tiesha Renee.
And today we have another real episode for you guys about a topic that I feel like I really want to talk about because you guys know I work with investors and this topic is hot.
It's a change hot topic. Is coming, child. A change is coming.
And I feel like it needs to be talked about. I have a lot of questions about this on the daily with my own clients, and I know you guys too. This is something that we didn't want to talk about it within ourselves before actually talking about it on the podcast. So you guys are going to get a fresh view of our opinions and thoughts and also a little bit of stats of what's going on.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But before we start, I wanted to give everybody the opportunity to talk about highlight something that happens like something that happened during the week, whether it's about your business, you went under contract closing, like spill it all, like highlight yourself, give yourself a pat in the back because we work hard.
Yes.
We work super hard. So go ahead, you guys.
Look, she looked dead at me.
I'll
go. I will say one highlight for me is that this has been, June is, look, I'm trying to choose my words wisely here. June is supposed to be, if it goes how it needs it to go, my best month in real estate. So I have 6 closings on the book this month.
Cheers to that.
Yes. I be scared because, it don't close till it close.
It don't close till it close. Cheers
Look,
to your
Ashley
best.
Said,
she said, I don't even want to. Cheers.
But I have 6 closings on the book. So I've closed 2. I have 1 tomorrow. My brother's actually closing his house tomorrow, so I'm excited about
that. Shout out to him.
3 next week. So that is my highlight, y'all. Them April showers, bought me some May flowers, which was some pre-approvals, and they blossoming in June.
Okay. I
love that.
Girl blossom.
Right.
Let them blossom. So that's my highlight.
I love it.
Congratulations, honey. Killing it per usual.
Yes.
Who's next?
Come on, Ashley LeRae.
Should I go next?
Ashley LeRae. Yes, honey.
What's exciting? Well, I got 2 new clients this week. That's exciting. And one new listing that's coming soon. So it's gonna. I know.
Where is that? What's the price? What can you tell me?
Right, you did not put this in the group chat.
Immediately.
Ain't nothing written yet, but we're looking. It's in Fairburn. It's gonna be like the high 400s.
Okay, period. I know that's right. Fairburn.
Inventory loading.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Congratulations on your listing.
Congrats.
But y'all gonna be the first ones to know.
Oh, we know.
And
We better be.
It's a we better be. Period.
Yes. What about you guys?
Well, I went under contract on 2 houses today.
Yes, congrats.
Very
Not 1 but 2.
Not 1 but 2 clients who've been needing to get under contract. So I'm happy for them. And then I have
It's
a
the
closing
long
on
term
Friday.
that be the best.
Yes, it's a long term. It's like, we finally made it.
Yes.
We finally made it. You
Thank you,
finally like a house. Praise God.
Yes.
So 2 new under contract and 1 that's closing on Friday.
Yes.
Awesome.
And then I'm going to Miami after that. So
Yes.
closing it, and then I'm going on a trip.
I know that's right.
That's
She's always talking about us going to Miami. There you go.
I'm still waiting on River to be taking us to
happened to our
Miami.
trip?
But we'll talk
It's
about
loading.
that later.
It's loading. After the 6 closing, y'all might get a trip.
Yay. Okay. And y'all
about you,
having
Nika?
a closing like the same
Yes,
community,
we're having
right?
twin
Same
closings.
community, and our clients are neighbors.
They
Oh
are.
my
What?
gosh.
They live next door.
How crazy is
big.
that?
It's a small world.
Wow.
We had to highlight that.
I'm
you
excited. We gotta have a
guys.
party.
Yes.
Real closings.
Okay, what about you, Neika?
I just went under contract this week for my client looking for a townhome. It was just the most rewarding story. I'm so happy for her. So
I can't wait to see the
Congrats.
content.
The video, the closing video.
I'm already ready.
Patiently waiting.
I'm already ready.
Already picked.
I'm already ready.
Okay.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
I
But
love it.
we are here and I really wanted to have a conversation more of just usually we come in, we give you what you want to hear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But today's episode, it might not be what you want to hear. Okay? So
Talk about it. We got to put the real in real
Are we
estate.
about to ruffle some feathers? Like,
for
what's
sure.
going on?
I like that. And today's episode's title is Short-Term Rentals in the City of Atlanta.
Period.
What's going on?
What's the hot
What's
topics
going on?
around
The
that
hot
right
topic.
now?
And as we all know, the City of Atlanta during March, they have announced a Airbnb ordinance on short-term rentals, on investors, homeowners that were using the short-term rental business to, make money and make an income. So
Which was good income.
Yes.
It was good income.
It was good, but
yes. So I want to definitely talk about first what does that mean for people that are already in the Airbnb business? How is that going to affect you? I want to talk about, kind of give a few tips to those who are interested in the Airbnb business. They actually want to do it the legit way. So what is required of them? And then lastly, I really want to talk about how it's going to affect us as realtors and our clientele, our business, and real estate, in the city of Atlanta.
Absolutely.
So the first question for you guys is, to your opinion, how, for those who are already owning Airbnb rentals, how is that going to change them? How do you guys feel like it's going to change, like the game,
Their
like
business.
their money, their business?
For me, I think the biggest thing is just like the rules that they put in place, right? So typically you can come down here, people been doing it the side hustle way. I'm a lease an apartment that I'm not supposed to be Airbnb in, but I'm going to do it anyway. And when my guests check in, y'all call my phone direct. That whole
Don't go to the front desk.
Don't go to the lease office. Like that whole wave is over. Honestly, they put in these new parameters. One of them being you have to be a resident here in Georgia. There's an 8% tax you have to pay. One of them has to be like your owner occupied home, and you can only have 2.
Yep.
So for all y'all
That has
from the West
17
Coast,
units,
They're snatching them up.
20 units.
sayonara,
I follow
kiddo.
someone who has like 40 units. I'm like,
No, seriously. It's
Yeah.
a thing.
But they about to make bank when they got to sell them.
sell them. Exactly.
Exactly.
I'm excited about that. I'm glad you said that because I'm hoping that will bring more inventory for buyers.
you know,
A lot of
Yeah,
people
for
are
sure
going to
it
be forced to
will.
sell.
It's definitely coming.
A lot
And
of
that's one of
listings
the
coming
pros,
soon.
and that's one of the pros of that change that is coming. Is like we didn't see it coming, and mind you, they passed this in March, and because a lot of people fired back, a lot of people were complaining. They actually extended that date until June 1st. June 1st arrived, and now people are really like,
Still
But
complaining.
it starts, it goes into effect in September, right?
September, yeah.
And I think that's gonna be the last time that they push it out. I kind of think like in some way you got to be fair. Like people who have 40 units, like Ashley said, you can't just wake up one day and make them change the whole stature of their business.
Right.
Especially
It
if
takes
it's
time.
Exactly. You have to have
Restrictions
time
before.
to kind of release some of those assets. So I think in terms of like what that means for people who own them, if you're one of those people that have a handful of Airbnbs, it's time to start figuring out your exit plan.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, they'll figure out one for you. And it's called a fine. It's definitely called a fine.
A big fine.
Yeah, a big fine, and it affects your business in a big way because now you're not making as much money just
Short-term renting.
just short-term rental. You
Yeah.
gotta find an exit plan, like she said, and 2 units is
Nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing really monthly. So, and also the confusion here, I don't know if you guys know about this, that this mandate is really for the city of Atlanta. So when I was doing my research, that was the big thing because a lot of people are there thinking like, oh wait, I can't invest at all. I can't really do Airbnb at all. Guys, it's just for the city of Atlanta.
Right, right.
Smyrna, you're safe.
Marietta.
Okay.
You're safe.
Smyrna is not Atlanta.
Well, I was saying, everybody who's not Atlanta, you are finally safe
Yeah.
for
Right.
once.
Gwinnett, McDonough, and to myself, I've also been in a business and I've managed a couple properties for clients where they're doing Airbnb. And just because we're in McDonough and the house that I was, managing was in McDonough, we were making pretty good income. So I don't want you guys to really feel like, oh, the city of Atlanta, we can't do business and we can't have. There's this mandate, but you also can make money outside of Atlanta. Do you know how many people come here? They strictly say, "Hey, I want an Airbnb outside on the outskirts of Atlanta, even though I'm gonna go in the city."
Right.
It's a lot of attractions outside of the city. I was really surprised when I had a client saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna come get an Airbnb out in the Stone Mountain area." And in my head, I'm like, that's kind of a far commute. But she's like, no, we come out there because we like the scenery. We want to climb Stone Mountain. So there's still a lot of room for investors to invest.
Of
Just
course,
not
yeah.
Atlanta.
Yeah,
Right.
the city of Atlanta.
A lot of times, I think when people hear Airbnb, they think of like a high-rise condo in Midtown or Buckhead. Your options are limitless. You don't have to be directly in the city to have an investment
Right, you can travel a little
property.
15, 20 minutes.
Right.
A little bit more sometimes.
Right.
And
Yeah.
still get the feel of Atlanta.
Absolutely.
And now making it seem like you have to own a property to, actually do Airbnb. A lot of people might think that, of course you can't lease an apartment. Like you said, go in and lease an apartment. That was dangerous. I feel like
Yeah.
right now it's actually good because it's giving people to actually do the business the right way.
I agree.
Because a lot of people were scamming. We just got to be honest with the point. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of people are
Scammers was scamming.
Yeah, doing
They're-
it behind the table. Like you said, you always want to conduct business in the right way.
Absolutely.
And you need to
In
be
the most
ethical.
ethical way.
Yes.
Because
Okay.
people was just getting away with a lot of stuff, like throwing parties, like they would book an Airbnb to rent it out to somebody else. So you really don't know. I feel like a lot of those rules are put in place because Atlanta was getting out of hand.
Yeah, and that's what it is going to tighten it up. But to your point, what do y'all think that's going to mean for like the leasing market? A lot of these Airbnbs that are being leased, now these leases are going to be terminated. They're going to be canceled. And it's going to be a lot of vacancies in the city of Atlanta. So what do y'all think about that portion of it for the leases?
I feel like it's going to affect those who like are leasing multiple apartments and those apartments don't even know that they're Airbnb. And then now you got to break those leases. So now you're about to be putting in money to pay for that break lease if there's a fee for you to break that lease.
Yeah, and those fees are expensive.
Sometimes you can give them a 60-day notice.
And sometimes they make you pay the lease out.
Yeah.
So imagine just starting your lease and now you owe 11 months of rent.
Oh, I know they are pissed.
That hurt. Just thinking about it.
1 month be hurting me.
Okay, so in the city, the rent is no joke. It's like what?
Especially if it's something nice that you were Airbnb for the view,
Okay.
for the ambience, and now you had a $6,000 rent.
Yeah, so that's unfortunate for them. Like you're gonna have to break
Sorry
all
to
those
that man.
leases.
Right.
Sorry to that man. You gotta break all those leases, and you got unless you want to be fined.
Absolutely.
So pick which way you want to pay.
Right.
And I feel like it also negatively affects people who are just looking to get an apartment, just a regular person. Now I feel like I'm sure there are going to be a lot more restrictions when someone's looking to lease an apartment. So,
and I feel like they were already cracking down. I have some like lease clients. They like, should I have just bought a house because they asking for my bank statements, my tax returns? I'm like, but it's gonna make it harder for lease people too. And I just think like people who own these apartments, when those vacancies hit, you had all of that money coming in. I think rent might go up just to kind of
because you're losing those spaces.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Might as well go ahead and purchase
Go ahead
now.
and buy.
Period.
This is where the market is living you. Okay, so we've talked about, those who already own property. So for now, like the other day, I had a friend of mine that, he's been plotting his move to actually lease an apartment to do Airbnb, but he doesn't live here. He lives in Boston. So now for those who are thinking purposely, and I had another client that's doing the same thing. He wanted to purchase a $600,000 home to do Airbnb for a year before he actually moves into the property. So now for those who are out of state, who are not residents, in the city of Atlanta or in Georgia, what are your advice on how to properly invest in short-term rentals or long-term? Because it's still an option.
That's the way to go too. I can tell you, this happened to me this week. Actually, I had a client who was shopping. She lives in Florida, and she was looking to purchase a condo here. And I sent her the article after I got it, and I gave her a second to let it digest. Being that she didn't live here, obviously this wasn't going to be her primary residence. She just wanted to rent it out. I let it digest, sent her the article. We had a conversation about it. And I told her, don't let this defeat you. There's still options for you. And Airbnb is not the only short-term rental hosting site. I told her, I think a good thing you can do is maybe put in a long-term tenant. Yeah, just do a 12-month lease or something and see if that works for you. There's other options for sure.
Like PeerSpace.
PeerSpace is good too.
Outside the box. Airbnb is literally not the only hosting site.
Yeah.
And
even though they may follow suit.
Yeah, I was just gonna say because I was about to say, is it Vrbo or VRBO? I never know.
I say Vrbo.
But that's one of the sites that it's gonna affect short-term rentals across all platforms. I think naturally we say Airbnb anytime we think of like a weekend trip or anybody that is hosting short-term tenants is gonna be affected by that. But kind of like you said, stuff like PeerSpace where you can use it for more of an event style thing or like a daily rental space versus like an overnight kind of guest. There are definitely going to be some workarounds, but people are going to be affected. And I think it's important that they realize you're not going to get your way out of this. You're not about to sneak and geek and I think they really are going to crack down because like you said, I feel like Atlanta was getting a little out of control.
Yeah,
for sure it was.
Control, especially on ATL Scoop.
Oh,
I do.
I love ATL Scoop.
Shout out to them. That's one of my favorite pages.
Right. And maybe, people be doing all type of stuff. But now I'm thinking I don't want you guys to feel like real estate is not a short run, like an investment where you can short quick. It's never been that way. It's always a long-term game. So when you're looking at short-term rentals, I also want you to see the long-term rental as also being, it's not quick money, but it's secure money. If you put somebody in your home for a year, you have that consistent income, and you can actually, it's an easier process.
I like that. It's not quick money, but it's good money.
Yeah,
it's good
I think so too. I think long-term tenants, I mean, people who live here gotta live here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So there's always going to be a need for the rental market. I get what you're saying, because when that money is not coming as quick as a short-term rental, people shy away from it. But having a long-term tenant in place where you don't have to keep going back, flipping the house.
Exactly.
Yeah. A lot less maintenance.
I literally just had a client purchase a home in Atlanta. It's close to Morehouse, close to the, what is it called? What's that little AUC area? And they have long-term tenants. And think of it you're by colleges, you have students who are going to be going to school, going to need somewhere to stay. Like, it's still a good option, even if it's not you getting like all this money every weekend. Yeah, like if you do it in the correct area, and you're looking for the right people that want to stay there long term, it can still be beneficial for you.
I always say having a roof over your head is never going out of style.
Okay,
never.
Because you need somewhere to live.
Yeah,
I like that.
A lot of people, I feel like they just want instant gratification, but like you said, good things, they take time, there are different ways, like for instance, travel nurses or flight attendants.
They stay there for a month or two.
A couple months, like people who have jobs that are on assignment, you can always run out to them. It may not necessarily be a year, but it could be a couple months. And that's guaranteed income. Exactly.
And that can definitely work with the way the ordinance has been put into place. So there are workarounds, people. Just do it the right way.
Just
do it the legal way.
Yeah.
And, because the government want a little piece of that, they want a little piece of that check you're getting. Okay.
Little. They gonna take their 8%.
Yeah, it's 8%, you guys. It's an 8% tax when you finally get your short-term license and you want to do short-term rentals. Absolutely. There's no way around it. And
we forgot to mention, you gotta get that license. That's $150.
$150.
You have to get that short-term rental license.
Yeah. Permit, residency. It's follow the rules, y'all. We're going to leave them right there.
Yeah.
We're going to drop the links to some useful articles for you to take a look at. And you can get the tea on your own, too.
Yeah.
But I want to bring something back to what Ashley was saying about what do y'all think that's going to mean for, like, the buyers and the realtors?
Yeah. Well, there's a little under 7,500 Airbnbs just in the city of Atlanta. So, and I think it was like 56% of them, of the owners have at least 2 properties. So that means that majority of them, I think about 4,000, they could lose 4,000 Airbnb listings in Atlanta. Now, if that's the case, I know one of them, exactly, one of them my client gonna get into.
Okay.
So,
absolutely.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. I definitely think it's gonna open up a lot of inventory because we don't have any.
We have none.
We're still 6 months behind on inventory. But I like that, like the fact that there's gonna be, it's a chance for us to see that more inventory will come.
I want to see that buyer's market I've been hearing about.
Yeah, that everyone will just be bragging about.
Never seen it, only heard it.
Oh, we heard it.
It's coming though. It's coming.
Because I think, like Ashley was saying, it's a lot of people that are not going to want to deal with it, right? There are a lot of investors that's going to be like, so you want me to get a permit? You want me to do this? I'd rather just sell the property.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think people in that mindset are definitely going to open up the way for our buyers to get in, maybe get some closing costs, like maybe do something. So as a realtor, I personally was excited because Neika works with a lot of investors. I haven't had the pleasure to work with a lot of them. So a lot of my clients are buyers. And so I think with inventory increasing, it gives them a chance, especially with the
have
whole
more options.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Especially the residency part, right? People who actually live here, who work here, who pay their tax dollars here, being able to have access to houses and more inventory, being able to be a little choosy and picky. As a realtor, I'm excited.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the shift.
And while you said I do work with a lot of investors, and for them, like, it's a lot of other ways that you can invest in real estate, and it really cuts down a lot of people that were just doing it just for the money, because a short-term rental business, someone that has passion for hospitality, someone that's going to give you an experience and do all of that. So everybody,
a luxury experience.
Especially if we're paying money, because I know people in the city, they're still paying. I know me, like, I would pay for a nice Airbnb in Atlanta to spend a weekend, even if I live in Atlanta. So I need that host to really put in that passion and the effort to actually bring that experience. And
because I stayed in some bad Airbnb, child.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I prefer hotels anyway, to be honest.
Same, I do.
And those are the people that are going to get those licenses and going to follow the rules, because Now we're not gonna have all these shabby people trying to just make quick money and
Right. You got to pay the hotel tax, so make me feel like I'm in a hotel.
Okay, take care of me, flip the bed and clean the shit.
I like that.
Make me feel like I'm in a hotel. You might as well, give me my money's worth.
Absolutely. I definitely think it'll affect the apartment complexes more, but I think most people who like bought their homes and really put the money in, they're gonna go get that $150. It's just not worth not doing.
Right.
So,
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it.
Alrighty. Well, these were our thoughts on the short-term rental crisis. Again, it's not the city of Atlanta. I mean, it's not the state of Georgia. It is only on the city of Atlanta for now. So don't let that scare you to invest in other parts of Georgia. The city of Atlanta is only just a little bit, a portion of Georgia. There's other places where, for example, near Chateau Elan and near those attractions.
Not the
That's where I want to go for my birthday, y'all.
Yes, that would be nice. And I'm curious to see, once this happens in September, are other surrounding cities going to follow suit?
I think the big
be a hot
cities
mess.
might. I feel like maybe not even surrounding, but I feel like the Houstons and the
Oh, right.
the
Other
places that
cities.
attract those big groups of people during holiday weekends and stuff, I think they're definitely going to follow suit. Like, investors have really come in and changed our entire market. We know.
If they don't already have it now, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know what they got in those other states,
That is
but
true.
they may already have it. But if not, I could see that
I
definitely
can see
happening
them
too.
following suit for sure.
Yeah.
And these were our thoughts.
These are our thoughts,
We
y'all.
talked about it.
Yeah.
Because we were the first.
A quick recap of what the new restrictions are. You have to have a permit to do those short-term rentals that cost $150.
You have to have your license.
You have to be a resident.
And you have to pay 8% tax.
And you can only
have
have two.
two.
Yep.
Yes.
So those are the main key points to always keep in mind if that's something you're interested in.
And one of the two has to be a primary residence. So keep that in mind. You got to lay your head there.
Y'all might as well go ahead and call us. Y'all ain't going
Yeah.
Go ahead and call us.
Let me know.
And just to be clear, if they're moving out of state, they have to go ahead and move here and live in that property for them to be able to.
Got to be a Georgia
A
resident.
resident.
All right,
Yep.
got it. So I hope you guys took it in. And now it is another segment
Miss Real to Bay.
with Ashley LeRae.
Y'all know I always say it's my favorite part. So we are doing the question of the day segment where you guys submit your questions via email or Instagram DMs at Real Talk Atlanta. Ask us anything, whether it's personal or real estate related. If you want to have your question answered on the show, just go ahead and send it to us.
But keep it cute.
Yeah,
Or keep it on mute.
that's a good one.
Put it on a shirt.
Sounds like I hear some merch coming. Y'all are funny. Okay, so today's question says, what's your go-to way to deal with a stressful day?
I go
easy.
I
Yeah,
have so
it's
many
easy.
things that I do, but go ahead.
I go ghost. I don't know.
You do. You put that phone do not disturb.
Yeah, sometimes I text you and it says Neika has her notifications off.
I
not
click
my
that button that
fault,
says notify anyway. Neika, why do you have your phone on?
Right.
I go ghost. I don't know. Like, it's just really, my anxiety is just like, I have to keep it under control. And a lot of times I don't want to, if I don't want to have a conversation, I don't want to be halfway in it. And I'm not really listening because, it's a lot going through my mind.
That's
So,
me
yeah.
99.9% of the time.
It's
so
a
many
lot
thoughts.
of work. It's a lot of work. It has to get done. And sometimes I have to tune out.
Yeah.
No, I'm right there. My go-to is to go to sleep. If I'm stressed, y'all, like the only thing that I can do to decompress is literally to close my eyes and remove myself from the world.
Yeah.
Because I'm a worrier. Y'all know I'm one of the people like, but and if I start feeling stressed, my natural instinct is going to be try to figure out how to like relieve myself of that stress. Now I'm worried even more.
Right.
I have to go to sleep. I need a melatonin and some Grey's Anatomy.
Grey's Anatomy,
And I
that's
close my
crazy.
no. That's my favorite show. But we can talk about that
Really?
later. What I watched all seasons 3 times.
You're sick.
Whoa.
It's like 30
I
seasons.
know, it's like
Period,
87
since like third
seasons.
grade. But yeah, I just have to decompress, y'all. And the only way I know how to like turn my brain off is to turn my brain off. So I'm asleep, y'all. I be in my little California king bed rolling around, having good dreams.
I know that's right.
Okay.
Then I wake up and deal with
Money.
it. Y'all know that. Then I wake up and deal with it. But yeah, I definitely have to kind of like Neika, just remove myself sometimes because
Yeah.
it's like if I'm up, I'm worried.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I could say for me, one thing about me, when it comes to a drink, I'm gonna have it. Okay. That's probably my first thing. I'll probably like pour up a glass of wine, try to like relax. But I'm also the same way. I have to go to sleep. Like if I'm up, that's all I'm going to constantly think about. Yeah, and I don't handle stress very well. So I'll pour me up a glass of wine.
Yes, child.
And go to sleep. Maybe I'll pray on it and then I'll go to sleep. We'll handle it tomorrow.
We gotta pray.
Yeah.
We gotta pray.
Just pray when y'all stressed, y'all.
Yeah.
Pray when you
Praise them in advance.
What about you,
Well, y'all
Tiesha?
know a glass of wine a day keeps the stress away.
Yeah.
Y'all know I
don't know if it do, child.
It do. Trust me. Get some red wine. Maybe that.
Okay, that's it.
That's what it is.
I have to have my glass of wine. I have to watch The Office. Y'all know I watch The Office all day.
That don't stress you out even more.
Girl, The Office is so. The Office the show.
I know. I'm saying that don't stress you out even more.
Not our office.
It's so funny. It's so funny.
I be stressed.
I love The Office. And y'all know I'm in bed at 9:00 anyway. So
Period. The queen of boundaries.
Sleep is never an issue for me.
The queen of boundaries.
But a glass of wine and just relax. I'm my happiest when I'm just like just chilling, drinking my wine, enjoying my show. And yeah, that's me.
I think we all have that in common, though. I feel like sometimes we take on the day and like we really take it on. Like
Take it on.
7
we
o'clock in the
take on
morning.
our clients' problems, our own problems, our mama problems, everybody problems. But like, I think all of us can really relate when we need to just step back.
Relax. We know when each other need to just relax.
Yeah.
We be like, let's just give her some time. You know, she
Just
has a long
relax.
day. So
Yeah.
time. And we good to go. You have to. You have to.
And you know what helps me too? I'm not gonna lie. When I just went to y'all, I'm like, this is what's going on.
yes.
Like this.
I know when I get that group FaceTime, I'm like, all right, something wrong.
Something is
Something
wrong
is
with
wrong.
the group FaceTime.
But we talk it through, we make it work.
I love you guys.
Yeah, I love you guys too.
I love you guys too. Sorry.
So okay, here we go.
Here we go. So we are concluding our today's episode. It was a pleasure to talk to you guys
always is. And of course,
and everyone who's listening. Thank you for listening to Real Talk Atlanta. Make sure you check all of our socials at Real Talk Atlanta, our website, our YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe. We appreciate all those who have shown love.
absolutely.
Shout out to our 500 plus downloads
Yes,
already.
thank you.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that, y'all.
And cheers to more.
That's
Many more
awesome.
downloads.
Cheers.
See you
See
guys.
later.